Welcome to Book Club The Yappening, a podcast where we discuss every and all things we've read and some of us haven't read, in a safe place where we can yap about life in general. In the description, you'll find links to our Fable, Instagram, and Discord accounts. Please follow for more yapping in different styles. For a warning, we will 100% be spoiling this book, so please pause, go read, and come back to yap. Welcome back to the Yappening.
Yappening.
It is me. It is my turn to be a chaotic little demon.
And everyone who took bets on if she has notes. Do you have notes?
Sort of.
Oh.
I have, like, little notes. No.
You have thoughts of notes.
I have thoughts of notes. I have a little bit of notes, just chapter laid out. But I think Snakes and Songbirds are going to be the one where I really notate it. Like, I'm going to actually have chapter by chapter notes written out of what I want to talk about.
I think that's what she said was by the time she gets there.
She said that on the next one she was going to have...
I did mean Songbirds and Snakes.
You would have just listened to it, so...
Yeah, if I had said it incorrectly, I apologize.
That's what
but I figure most people have watched the movies at this point or have read up to Mockingjay.
That's so fair.
So that's why I'm like, Songbirds and Snakes, I'm going to super notate as well.
I love this book so much.
Oh yeah, like, I don't know if we can zoom in on it.
The physical book.
Is that the cream book?
Yeah. So, like, this is the book. I'll try to zoom in when I edit a short or something. But the new covers are so pretty. I actually had to go on a hunt to find the Songbird and Snakes one because they didn't have it on display at Barnes & Noble. But yeah, no, it's the cream pages. Touch it. Stroke my page.
Stroke it.
Stroke my page.
Creamy.
Stroke it.
Is that too many fingers?
No, not enough. Never enough fingers.
There's sometimes it's enough.
Yeah, no.
Keep that or not.
Page is very pretty. My quote for this one is actually just on the back. And it's, "If we burn, you burn with us."
Yeah.
I very much love that. I didn't rewatch the movie, so my brain's not muddled with the movie because it's the one I remember the least. But so I will start off by saying I think this is not my favorite book so far that I've read out of the three. But I think the feeling is correct, like how it ends, like, because I did not finish this book feeling good.
Well, yeah.
And I think that's an accurate response to, like, this book. So I think the author did very well.
Yeah, it's
as happy an ending. It's as happy an ending for the main character, maybe not in the grand scheme of things.
Yeah, I'm like,
it's as happy as it could be.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It's as happy as it could be, and it's a very realistic approach to it, which I do like. I mean, as real as it can be, but the feelings are realistic to me.
She's not a world-changing hero like she tried. It didn't quite work out, but she still got whatever she needed in her personal life.
I would say that she did, right? She changed
she did. No, she
did. She did change the world, essentially.
I actually don't remember. I could be wrong. If the Hunger Games ended after all was said and done.
Yeah.
Yes. The Hunger Games are done.
Evil was defeated. It's just the people they lost along the way.
Yeah, it's the cost. The cost to do something.
To do that was a little higher than it maybe should have been.
Yeah, it's higher than it should have been.
I'll reserve any other thoughts I have until I actually find out what happened.
Yeah.
So again, I just want to reiterate for people out there that obviously know, as of right now, Katniss is 17. So she's dealing with this at the age of 17. For first and foremost. So the last book ended with Gale telling Katniss that there was no longer a District 12 because the Capitol completely bombed it. As like an example to the rebels and like to everybody else what will happen if people uprise.
And they're all like on a ship heading somewhere and they don't necessarily know.
Yeah, they don't necessarily know. And Katniss very much goes under. Katniss is very sedated in the majority of this book, I would have to argue. Because there's like every time that she had an outburst, sedated. Every time she had like a panic attack, sedated. Like,
well,
pain, sedated.
You can sedate me for pain and panic attack, certainly.
Oh, absolutely. Sometimes.
Not outburst, though.
Yeah,
let me burst.
So the beginning of the book kind of begins with Katniss goes back to District 12 to see the aftermath. She never saw it. And so everything that, like, her home, rubble, everything is rubble. So she's kind of reminiscing. She actually ends up finding Prim's cat.
Sorry, I don't know. He was wiggling his nipple at me.
My pin that says Rebel?
Oh, I love the Rebel pin! Yeah!
I don't know. You just were like...
Okay, we need to play a game because I do notice that every time you have a different kind of pin on, and I'm like, we need to, like, do the pin of the day.
I know, but, like, it's also so silly just to me as, like, a pin girly. Like, pins go on bags and jean jackets and perhaps leather jackets if that's your vibe, but, like...
I'm not wearing when we're recording in the summer, I'm not going to be wearing a leather jacket.
I know, but also the fact that you just put it on a t-shirt instead of the hoodie, like, drives me crazy.
I'm not going to be wearing a hoodie. And
put it on a sock or just put it on the bottom of your foot.
I appreciate it. Put it on the bottom of your foot and just lay it out. I'll be like, where's the pin at this time?
You think
Hide it.
You think I'm showing these things for free?
Yeah. Your little...
Behind the R, even though I cropped them out in the shorts.
So,
Piggies for free? I mean...
I'm not sure if this is going in. The lights out... No, not lights out.
One of them, I know you were like, I can see your naked toes. You want me to censor it?
No, I think I'm I don't know. It doesn't matter. It truly doesn't matter. I had to zoom in on us because it was a virtual episode. I zoomed in on us because first off, there was a whole lot of empty space. But then also, I have my hand like not on my crotch, but like in front of my crotch for a good amount of it.
Looks like
So I had to zoom in just to cover that up, just because.
Yeah, and my hands are always under the blankets, and like, guys, we live in Michigan. It's cold as fuck, and we turn the heat off. So like, skin that is not under a blanket or under an item of clothing, it's kind of a little painful.
It's cold.
When we're recording on some of those cold days,
and it's colder than
we gotta shut the furnace off because otherwise you'll hear it.
Right, but some days it's like in the single digits. This is where we've been recording, so we like blast the heat while we're setting up, and then we shut it off. So
yeah, and I'm like normally really cold, so I think this is the first day in a while where I haven't been like so freezing where I can't. I'm like, because like I know when we have the blankets, I'll move my hands around. And
me too. Like oh my god, it upset. I know, like, dude. I'm just like, I hate this so much.
I'm like, we ain't showing shit like that unless I'm getting paid for it.
Nope.
We can cut that out.
Onlyapps.com.
Only apps. I love that. Like Fig and her only pause when she gets her toe beans out.
Oh, those would sell for a lot on Instagram. Kitty toe beans.
I know. She'll like get up in the window and put her toes out. I'm like, girl, don't give those away for free. Gotta pay rent.
Oh my god, it's like my tortoise. Like, I was leaving the house today, and I was checking him before I leave the house, and he had his, like, back feet, he spreads, like, starfish, so, like, when he, like, is relaxing, he's out. And so I just saw his toe beans, and I'm like, oh.
Turtle beans.
Yeah, I don't know what to call them, little stumps, I don't know, they're cute. But I saw his little tail, his little legs, and I'm like, yeah, he's soaking up the fake sun, gotcha, I'm gonna walk out.
I love that.
Little stumpies.
Little stumpies. Oh my god, they walk so fast. Guys, if you have a tortoise, food motivated, but they run.
I love that.
I've seen him hop before where he's moving, right? And then he'll be like, when he sees food, he goes, like, he like pops up. Shit's crazy.
He's ready.
He's ready, especially when a banana comes his way. Oh,
ugh.
His favorite.
I love a banana.
Mm-hmm.
Banana and Frosted Flakes is like such an elite breakfast. Yes, bitch.
I've never tried it. I'm gonna have to try it now.
Yeah, my grandma used to do that. She would put cut up bananas and Frosted Flakes. So for me, it's like very, very nostalgic, but it's so delightful. She would also put a little bit of evaporated milk in to everything. But yeah, that's it. That's all. That's what when he was like. He was doing this, I was like, is my boob like, what is happening?
Yeah, mine was definitely. I just saw it, so I was like, okay, we're gonna cut that out.
Okay. You just put like a fig head in front of it.
Yeah, if you see it. If you don't, it's good, but just cut out that portion.
Or your animated tortoise. Put that.
Oh,
yes.
Yeah, cute,
that's what Ladies and Tangents does. They have a picture of Mosby the dog's face, and they'll put it on crotch on. Yeah,
that's great.
When I was doing my other series, I just liked kind of changing it up a bit. Like, we have the same sceneries. The scenery never changes. Our clothes change and stuff. But first off, I just have a weird thing about like wearing the same thing on like 2 back-to-back episodes. I know it doesn't matter. It's a personal thing. But then also,
that way too.
like I would do like the video. I would make up a poster for behind the character. So I just want to just wear a pin, but that also helps me differentiate because I would have multiple episodes worth on a hard drive.
Mm.
So and they're time coded. They don't have a title. So just by looking at them, I can see, oh, I wore the Cowboy Bebop shirt. That was the Lose You to Find Me. I wore the orange shirt.
That's smart.
Okay.
Because you mostly wear black. Not a complaint. Love that. Just harder to tell sometimes.
Yeah, because like if you're wearing black every episode, you don't really know.
Mhm.
So you haven't changed your hair yet because it's still blue.
So when we first started doing in person, my roots were grown out. So
Oh yeah, I saw that. Now it's blue.
now it's blue, and then it was like a greener blue for some of the episodes, and then we re-dyed it right before my birthday. But also just the fact that episodes are coming out not necessarily in the order that we record them.
Yeah.
Like, so some of them it's gonna be like my hair's darker and now my hair's lighter again. So yeah.
I had an idea. It's not feasible. I make a reference to Scott Pilgrim in the Dungeon Crawler Carl episode, and I wanted it to like zoom in on me as I said that, and then we cut to like a week later, like we pick back up again, but Brittney's hair color has changed.
I know. And so there was like this thing a little while back, and like this is the yapping portion of the pod today, I guess.
This is the yappiest we have ever been. I love
But
it.
like
Yeah.
there was like just a Facebook thing a little while back where it was like ask your closest people to pick like 4 characters, like 4 cartoon characters that like remind them of you, and both you and Rach picked Ramona from Scott Pilgrim because of my hair, and I'm like,
Slay.
Got a level of independence.
also
As well.
that, yeah. My
So terrible exes.
ain't that the truth? You want to fight him? Let's go.
Mhm.
Roll up.
I would not be.
And that can stay in. I don't care.
I would not be Scott Pilgrim. I would be Michael Cera in that scenario. So I would not be winning that. Yep, got nothing.
No, I'm just like, did he have like bad knees? Like, I'm like, did he have a weak spot? Just
Outside
his
of Scott
personality is
Pilgrim,
the weak spot.
well, yeah, outside of Scott Pilgrim, he's not like an
Right.
action star or anything. Like you're not gonna see him in.
No.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's what I meant by that is
grab him by the hair. I hear there's not a lot left.
Me too.
That's what I hear. I've been told. I avoid. Oh shit! I was gonna say something.
Scott Pilgrim.
Oh.
Colors.
Yeah, we moved on. But my Aunt Laura used to say that I remind her of Clementine from Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. Because like almost every scene she's in, her hair is a different color.
Oh.
I thought you meant Oh My Darling.
That's a part of the movie. You haven't seen that movie? That's like one of my
No.
favorite movies. Oh shit! All right, well, we're gonna have to watch it. It's really, really good. So good. It's sad, but it's good.
Yay! I'm excited.
It's good. I like the only reason I wanted to watch it when it came out was because Elijah Wood's in it, and like he's such.
Elijah Wood.
I love Elijah Wood too, but he's not in it very much, and he's like not. He's arguably like a bad fucking character. He's a bad guy in that movie. But it's so good. It's so good.
Oh my god, I love like Matt Smith, I believe is the one who did the Doctor, then is now every bad guy ever. And I'm like, he is a
He's,
great
like-
bad guy.
He's like a little Weasley motherfucker, but like also, we just said we were gonna try to swear less.
Oh, well, we messed up.
But yeah, no, just he was like gangly and goofy as like the Doctor, and now he just looks like a sneaky weasel fella, you know?
I think it's just because I
Which
love
is aura.
it's just like the fictional part of it. I love villains.
Mhm.
I can't explain it, but I just like love villains and like stories. So he turned like I didn't find him attractive like as the Doctor, but a lot of people did. But the moment he became a villain and everything, I'm like, oh, where have you been all my life, Matt Smith?
I love that.
You couldn't find him. His name was Matt Smith. There's too many out there.
There's too many out
Oh,
there.
you know what? That's fair.
I was thinking back to Elijah Wood. Both Yellow Jackets and I think it was the monkey. He just like pops up in.
The monkey. Oh, the monkey.
He was like the main character's ex's new fiance.
No, but what is the monkey?
Monkey that kills people in like almost Final Destination-y ways whenever it claps its cymbals.
Yes, I'm like picturing the monkey, but like I can't remember anything about that movie. Was I drunk?
Probably.
It feels like a movie we would have watched over at Rachel's, and we'll usually watch like 3 movies at a go, and like we're drinking the entire time and or indulging in.
We definitely watched it here. I think it was before we watched Villains with Bill Skarsgård. He was breaking to a.
I don't remember that either.
You're definitely intoxicated of some kind. Anyway,
sounds like
Elijah Wood shows up in The Monkey as like the main character's ex's new fiance, who's like maybe a youth pastor, but also like selling health supplements, and is just.
That sounds so vaguely familiar.
Yeah, like he's only in like 5 minutes. I swear.
You're going through your own fever dream now.
I guess. And isn't he in Sin City? Like unrecognizable?
Else I have not
heard. Oh, absolutely recognizable.
Never watched any of these things you guys are talking about.
Well, come over. We're movie hoes. That's like how Nick and I really bonded. Is we would just watch movies.
I have the hardest time sitting in front of a TV.
Oh man, sometimes there's been like days where we just watch like 6 movies. I have a harder time doing that now that I'm medicated, and I'm not a potato anymore. But
it's weird because since I've been medicated, I've been learning to become a potato. But that involves me scrolling on YouTube, watching queso on Twitch, or playing video games. Yeah. But even not for long.
I feel like we had different flavors of issues.
We make a great Neapolitan.
We sure do.
We do. We're Neapolitan.
Yeah, I love that. Okay. You're saying he's recognizable in Sin City, though? Isn't he the yellow guy?
No.
Hold on. We have phones, you know.
Who's the yellow guy? Is like wiener
Nick
gets bit off or something?
It was like Nick Zano or something.
I don't know, man.
We have to look at it now.
No, Elijah was the one that doesn't speak, who's like a little monkey jumping around, just kicking everyone's ass.
I'm just Googling Elijah Wood's monkey.
Like he smiles the entire time. Doesn't say a word.
Yeah.
Isn't it called The Monkey?
Yeah.
I'm also about to send you guys something. So please do the thing that I'm about to send to you because it's incredibly important. Thank you. It's from ResistBot. It's to write to your officials to stop the SAVE Act. And I'm fine with that being call your people. And hopefully it's not too late by the time this airs.
That was kind of where my head was at.
It's about student loan?
No, it's about voters' rights. They're trying to make it incredibly difficult for women to vote, especially married women.
I'm gonna excuse myself right the fuck because I briefly heard them talking about how if there's a man and a woman in a household, the man will take the head vote. Is that what's happening?
That's not necessarily what's happening, but you have to basically prove that you're a citizen by showing your birth certificate with your last name on it. But if you're married and you changed your last name, your birth certificate doesn't have the same last name as the rest of your identifications.
Never would, yeah.
Right, so that's part of the issue, but
yeah, you would need to get a new birth certificate with your new name.
And then I'm certain that there's ways around it. However, it's going to very heavily impact women, married women, and especially women in like low income areas, because like how are you gonna have the fucking resources to like go out here and jump through all these goddamn hoops just so you can vote? Like that's so fucking shitty.
We are in scary times. I appreciate, and you can leave this in, I appreciate everybody who protests, who gets out on the streets to make their voices heard. I appreciate that so much because people like me who are too afraid to go out and do that because of anxiety, like, I appreciate people so much for just getting signs, going on the street, making themselves known.
Yes. I mean, honestly, just sharing information is such, like, a huge thing.
That's why I have you, because, like, you know me, I stay off the, like, so I am a type of person that's, like, I believe I'm empathetic to a fault, because, like, if I start hearing stories, I start feeling, like, very sad and upset for people, but I know there's nothing I can personally do, aside from, like, you know, vote for who I feel is right, or sign petitions and stuff like that.
Sending like letters to Congress. Yeah. Like Elisa Slotkin. Anyway, she's like received a fucking email from me like every day for the last like month and a half. Same with like what's his dick in fucking Congress or whoever his name is, the fucking weird guy that people were saying was like a pedophile, like that those ads.
Who's not into politics? Like,
no, I know, but that was like for during the like last election cycle, like that was like the ad against him was that like he likes pedophiles, and I'm like that's a crazy that's such a crazy thing.
Yeah, because I looked it up and the only source of it was the website that they listed.
Yes, they were like,
go to this website to learn more. Okay, what if I went to a different website? You're not going to find it.
They were like, oh, Gary Peters. They're like, don't vote for Gary Peters.
Oh, I was thinking Kevin Herzl.
No, I'm almost certain it was Gary Peters. But it was like he defends pedophiles. Like I'm like, okay, but if he was like a lawyer and I mean, there's a reason people may have to do that, you know, like that's a job that people may have to do. But
well,
also
I mean,
that's such a crazy thing for you to fucking say that it feels untrue. And now I'm gonna go look it up, and now we know it's fake. So
I don't know how much I know about like law in general, but I believe if you're defending somebody, they can't know if you're actually doing something criminal. You cannot admit that to your lawyer. Because the lawyer then has to kind of like report it, I think.
I mean, I don't
think
there's levels to it, but in general, yes.
We can cut some of this out.
I mean, no, I don't care. It's whatever. But like,
depends on how long the episode ends up being.
I guess
it probably won't be that long because I don't think I have that many notes on here.
Yeah,
but it's
like a little bit of a thinner book for like the end of it.
Yeah, it's like it's longer then, but just there's some. It gets redundant, but mostly like I don't know if we're gonna get flagged for saying pedophile. God, so. You're right. I think we gotta cut that part out because it'll be harder to get in.
I'll annotate it. I'll do that today. But okay.
Unless we put Epstein in the tag, I don't think it's gonna get any traction. Which I don't want to do. Which we cut that out. There's so many cuts in this video.
I know, it's fine.
I might I will say if you get this one done, I want to review it too before we super post.
Okay, anyway, so back to the book at hand now that we've like yapped for 30 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah, Dungeon Crawler Carl is about...
Dungeon Crawler Carl is about...
Is that not what we're doing today?
Not yet, but I know you're chomping at the bit.
Shit, we did Google searching and all that. Okay, so she's in 12, seeing the remains of everything. She goes by herself. She doesn't want Gail to go with her. I think her and Gail are still on like shifty like terms at this point because PETA, most likely in the Hunger Games and everything, she got rescued from the second Hunger Games. When she gets there, this is where I'm like, when you read things back to back, this is where my like brain like stops. So PETA did not get saved with them. PETA was taken by the Capitol. Let me go back to beyond these notes.
And he's basically like tortured and shit.
He is,
and like brainwashed.
Yeah, tortured and brainwashed. That's exactly what's happening. So Katniss is doing things in District 12. I think she's having survivor's guilt at this point because she got saved in that PETA, and the goal was to save PETA. She feels betrayed by Haymitch. She hasn't talked to Haymitch since she got back. So she's just kind of been in and out of... She was in and out of sedation, and I believe she's concussed. Okay. That's how they label her. Because, like, they're technically in District 13 now. They're part of District 13's community. They have taken in, like, 800 survivors from District 12. That's all that survived. PETA's family did not survive. Katniss's sister, Primrose, and our mother, they both survived. Finnick is there. I know that much. BT is there. BT? He's there. He's in a wheelchair as well when he first comes out. He was in a coma as well when he got rescued. And he's been working on their weapons, and he'll be working on their broadcasting when they start doing that. District 13 is pretty strict. There's food, but they allot the food to people's height, size, what their day is going to be like, if they're doing more hard work or less hard work.
That's fair. If it's a scarcity situation,
it's 100%. Fair, it's a scarcity situation because they're going everything underground. When you get up for the day, you put your hand in this hole in the wall kinda, and they print your schedule, and by the time you shower at the end of the night, it rinses off so that it begins new. Katniss didn't have a schedule at the beginning because she had a concussion, and she's still like, trying to, deal with the emotions of being saved over PETA. President Coyne is the person who's in charge of District 13 and leading the rebellion. And in their point of view, Katniss is important because she's the Mockingjay and she is the face of the rebellion now because of what she did with the berries with Peeta. So they gotta get Katniss to agree to be their Mockingjay, and at this point she's like, I should be dead. Peeta should be here. I'm no leader for a rebellion. It's Peeta. He knows how to talk to people. And
I'm 17. I can't even drink. Do you want me to lead a rebellion?
Exactly.
Right.
You want me to lead a rebellion?
Well,
okay.
If anyone's good at rebelling,
A teenager? Fair.
it's yeah. I mean, I was feral.
Just pretend that the president's your dad.
Oh God.
Yeah, my real president.
Look, I don't want to pretend that president is anything to me.
No.
Especially my president.
Oh God.
I was talking about Donald Sutherland. Oh, poor first name.
Donald. Oh, and doesn't he like smell like blood? Is that a thing? Or
President Snow, yeah. So President Snow, he reeks of roses and blood.
Okay.
When he speaks.
So the roses is to cover the blood.
Yeah. So
that's what I.
You come to find out that
remember.
President Snow poisons his victims.
Uh-huh.
So anybody that tries to overstep Snow or like anything that could threaten his authority, he poisons them even by drinking this from the same poison.
Okay.
And there's only so many treatments you can do with poison, and it doesn't always work. So he has sores on the inside of his mouth that continue to bleed.
Yes. Okay. I like remembered that, and I don't necessarily think that was like part of the movie, or at least outright stated, or anything like that.
Yeah, I don't remember. I can't say for sure, but I knew it before reading the book.
Okay.
Type thing, and I don't
Then
know how I
maybe
would
it
have known
is.
that really without
Yeah,
the
I don't know.
movies.
Just be careful with the cat stand. Because I see it moving and jiggling the microphone.
Sorry, guys. I have ADHD.
It's okay. Me too.
I was gonna say I don't remember if it was from this movie or a different one or what I'm thinking of. Yeah, Donald Sutherland like coughing into a handkerchief with blood or something.
Okay.
Yeah, he does do that. There is a point because
Okay.
'Cause that would
at
make
the end of
sense.
the book, when Katniss does see him, he coughs blood into his handkerchief.
That's fair.
So Katniss decides to negotiate with Coyne that she'll be the Mockingjay if Peeta gets immunity, if the other victors also get immunity when they're saved. She also wants to be the one to kill Snow. And she demands to keep the cat that she brought back home, which Prim is very excited that the cat is back. And
What's
they get
the cat's name? Something weird, isn't it?
I think it might be Buttercup.
Oh.
It could be. I
Sounds
I was
can't.
thinking mustard.
Mustard.
I
Oh
don't
my
know why.
God.
I was close with yellow, though, right?
I don't know if there's anything here with the cat name, but yeah, cat. So saves cat, which only likes Primrose,
Mm.
and it's really comical how much the cat hisses at Katniss.
Yeah.
But
I
it's,
see like that, though.
yeah, so the Coyne and her, they strike a deal. She become the Mockingjay, but
Buttercup.
obviously Katniss is,
Buttercup.
Okay, cool. I was right. Yeah, look at that.
You did it.
I did it. I did the thing. I remembered.
It does say described in the books as a muddy yellow, so maybe the color of
Oh,
mustard.
there you go.
Oh, there we go.
There you go.
While she's processing, I don't think Buttercup is specifically... It doesn't feel like a cat name either, you know? Or like a cow.
Cow.
Honestly, feels like it should be backwards. Like the hero should be named Buttercup and the cat should be Katniss for some reason.
That'd
I mean,
be funny.
anyways.
I mean, if the other kid's name is Primrose and you call her Prim instead of Rose.
Prim is cuter than Rose, though, for a name.
I think Primrose is really cute. Like Prim.
Well, yeah, but they're also named after plants because the mom is, like, a plant lady.
Mhm. I think, yeah. She's like, yeah.
Oh, so Katniss is a real thing?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Katniss
this is a real thing. Isn't it like the, I can't remember.
And I said that in the first one, so thanks so much for listening.
Damn! Oh, I'm in between this. I don't want to be.
That's her catchphrase.
It sure is. It sure is.
Katniss is a real edible aquatic plant, commonly known as the broadleaf arrowhead, duck potato, or wapido?
What da wappa do? Sorry.
I kind
I'm
of
sorry,
want to. I kind
everybody.
of want to find one and eat one now.
Me want bite.
Me want bite.
Yeah, the roots can be boiled and roasted like potatoes, often tasting similar to chestnuts or potatoes.
My goal for 2026, guys, is to be more earthly.
Okay, hell yeah.
I want to get off the grid so damn bad.
Ugh. But I like some things on the grid.
I do too.
Like my Kindle.
Luckily, I can come back to the grid when I want to. It seems harder to get away from it. But anyway, so Katniss actually does a horrible job at propaganda, because she's assigned to do propaganda because they want to air it to the Capitol and the people of the other districts to try to get the districts to rally and come together to fight against the Capitol, because the Capitol is the enemy. But they take her downstairs into like this woodsy area that's like fabricated, and they're trying to. She does a terrible job because she's not a scripted girly. She's not an actress. So they're like, we need to take her out into a real life scenario to do this. Also, side note, I don't know if they do it in the movie, but they steal Katniss's prep team. Cinna's obviously dead already. He died for her. He already planned outfits for her for the rebellion before he even died.
Blessings.
Like, literally, to help her come out of her stupor, they give her Cinna's design book, and at the back of it, it's like, I'm still betting on you.
Yeah.
And I'm like, Cinna, oh my god, that's the ship I fucking needed. Like, Katniss and Cinna, like...
There's just something within me that feels like she wouldn't be Cinna's type.
Oh, hell no. No, absolutely not.
Yeah.
No, absolutely not.
Well, I mean, also a teenager, but...
Oh, yeah, shit, you're right.
I am right. But that wasn't necessarily what I meant, obviously.
Yeah, but... Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure Cinna likes roommates.
Cinna has... As well as Cinna has a roommate. But I'm like, is the roommates played out? But hey, people like the roommates.
Yeah, you're right,
so.
no. Cinna... I think the casting for the movie, because you like to talk about casting, how they casted Cinna in the movie... Chef's kiss. Yeah, oh my god. That's how I will always imagine Cinna.
We love Lenny Kravitz.
Mm-hmm.
He's actually... Do you know who Lenny Kravitz is?
I don't know any other.
He's actually like a singer.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, he did a cover of American Woman in like the 2000s. What's his big like... I know he had a like really big song.
I think Are You Gonna Go My Way?
That one. You've probably heard it. I think I have, yeah. I'll play it after the thing. But yeah, he's like a rock star guy. Which, I mean, his whole vibe is like so fitting, honestly.
Just you saying he actually was a musician beforehand. It just makes me feel old. It's like finding out that Queen Latifah was a musician before she was an actress.
That's fair, but also Jessy doesn't know a lot of like pop culture stuff, especially from like our younger
also, speaking of Queen Latifah, a woman that can lay me down.
And she'd like to.
Is she a lesbian?
Yeah.
Oh my god!
You just got so excited.
I didn't know.
I feel like
case in point, I don't know pop culture.
And that's totally fine. Just in general, like pop culture knowledge. My first thought is Lenny Kravitz, musician, not Lenny Kravitz, actor.
No, because that's I feel like I've maybe seen him in one other thing, maybe, perhaps. I think he might have. I think he might have been in Be Kind, Rewind, but I saw that movie like once very long ago, so I could be entirely insane. But I specifically know him as a musician. I've only seen him in this specifically, but yeah. When you the first one, you said the actor that they cast to play him, I knew that you didn't know who he was at that point. I also don't know a lot of people, so that's...
I don't know most people.
Yeah.
It's like, no. I would say I'm not a fan in a weird way. Like, I'm not a fan of, like, actors or, like, singers. Like, I love them. Like, if I hear it, like, I love them, but I don't go out of my way to, like, follow them on social or to, like, understand who they are or what else they do. Occasionally, if there's somebody I very much want to support, like, I will go ahead and do it, make sure I like everything, and, like, do stuff, especially for, like, indie artists, like, more people that are not, like, out there, but, I don't know, it's just extra things to fill my brain that I don't necessarily need to research. So I love when people fill me in, because like I said, you tell me other things, I'm like, oh, I didn't know! Yeah. I'm like, that's so cool, I learned something new each day.
And, his ex-wife was also married to, what's his face?
I'm sad that he's not gay in real life.
Jason Momoa. Lenny Kravitz's ex-wife was married to Jason
Lisa
Momoa
Bonet?
for a really long time. And then Lenny Kravitz's daughter, she did Catwoman, right? No. Who was she?
Ooh, no, you're right.
I am right. I don't know anybody, and I'm right this time.
You said Catwoman, and my brain went to Halle Berry?
No, like the new one.
Yes.
Did you see the new Catwoman?
Nope. I didn't even know it's out.
Yeah, the new Batman with the Catwoman.
Oh, the Batman with Sparkly Boy. Sparkly Boy.
Pattinson.
Edward.
Do you guys know they're coming out with the He-Man movie?
Yeah.
He-Man.
I'm so excited. I want to watch it. I think it's going to be unhinged. Anyways, back to notes. Mia Senna, no love Senna. So, she can't do propos that are not organic. It's a stylist.
Oh.
Okay, they pull her stylist out of the Capitol, basically torture them. And I don't think it's meant to be torture, but punishment, because they keep stealing food, because people from the Capitol, they're used to just
eating,
and they have everything handed to them, and they don't really have like a need. Like, they don't have like, their needs are all taken care of. Like,
they never want for anything, so they don't know how to like
like they don't
have self-control, I guess.
No, that's
because they've never needed to.
So it's like when they're hungry, it's like, maybe we can take a little bit more food. So now they're understanding how other people operate in the other districts, because look what Katniss did when she was in 12. She hunted, she dealed in the hob, like, so they're learning that now, kind of. And so they kept getting in repeated trouble, so they got stripped naked and beat and, like, bad. So Octavia is one that sticks out to me because she's really happy and bubbly. And she becomes really quiet and reserved after everything. She's not handling it well. It's a big change for anybody from the Capitol. And then like Gail's like, why do you even care? Type thing. Like what they're going through. Like, they're from the Capitol. Like, they dress you up to parade you around. But Katniss is like, but that's not how they saw it. So Katniss is very much doing the seeing from their eyes, where it's like they didn't see the games as something that was killing people and super bad, and that they were always nice to her, and they genuinely wanted her to like be her best self.
You know what? And I just read The Long Walk.
Oh, the movie?
It's a book.
It's a book. Oh, maybe I'll read the book before I watch the movie.
I would say watch the movie first, because we watched the movie with my mom on Christmas. She's a big Stephen King fan, and I couldn't stop thinking about the movie. Like, it was just one of those movies that sticks with you, and I was like, man, I really liked it. I had already wanted to read the book, so I like popped it up. I read it in one day. Like, I could not put it down. But in the book, there's like, so obviously these boys are more or less going on a death march. And they'll pass through cities, and there's people just lining the streets, like screaming, ready to like, just so excited. The boys are like kind of swearing, and like, cause you know, they're walking nonstop. So like, they're maybe not doing so great, or like one of them had to poop. So he like pooped in the street, and everybody like ran up to grab, like, it was really weird. Like, and they're like cheering him on, and they want to like give them like water or watermelons or, you know, whatever. But it's like, you're literally marching these boys, teenage boys, through the streets, and all of them but one is meant to die. Like, it's just, so it's very similar. It's very similar.
Would that also be the term for dystopian?
Yes.
Because I'm like, when you have something that's so normal, that like it's accepted, that's why it's hard. It's like all this stuff that's like coming out, like I said, Hades Town, like reading this again, and then like hearing that, like I feel like they're different themes, but it is such a like, we're kind of going through very similar shit right now, unfortunately, and it's wild. It's crazy to like be. But
I would say watch the movie's good. The book is amazing. So watch the movie first. Otherwise, you'll be disappointed.
So I'm not like a massive Stephen King fan. Not because I do not like him. It's because I've never really read anything that he's done. Never really watched. I watched it, loved it.
Yeah,
which makes me believe I'll love more things that he did. So when I saw the trailer on actually, you know, the book I'm writing right now, was very much the idea popped into my head when I saw the trailer for that movie.
Okay. Yeah. And I had never necessarily when he originally wrote it, he wrote it under Bachman because he had like a pen name that he wrote some books under, and that was one of them. But I had never really heard of it. My mom has like legitimately read everything he's ever written except the Tommyknockers. So I definitely grew up being like familiar with him, watching like a lot of his like really long movie adaptations, things like that. I've only read Pet Sematary, which I really enjoyed, and the movies for Pet Sematary are kind of cringe. The new one I kind of like.
Pet Sematary?
Yeah.
I watched those growing up.
Yeah. Yeah.
He must be loaded. He has to be.
Yeah.
The cool thing, sorry to just jump in.
We're yapping.
He will also have ideas that he'll like put on his like website or something that he will sell to film students for like $1. So if they want to make an adaptation of it. Like,
I'm gonna rescind, sorry. I do like Stephen King because he fucking did Red Rose, and that's one of my favorite fucking movies.
Yes.
Oh my god. That's one of my favorite fucking movies.
Yeah. But I know he doesn't necessarily like a lot of the like movie adaptations.
Which fair, because you're an author.
And he did Misery as well, which I have up there. I should probably read Misery. I feel like it's probably
I want to read Red Rose if it's a book.
But yeah, I would say movie first because the movie's good and then the book is amazing. I think if you read the book first, you're not going to like the movie, but I genuinely really enjoyed the movie, but the book is much, much different because obviously the movie didn't have like the like mass of people, you know, like I feel like that the movie didn't really cover that aspect of it at all.
Wait, did Stephen King do Red Rose? He had to have.
I don't remember.
I was thinking about Maximum Overdrive, which I heavily endorse, by the way.
Yeah. I know it was a miniseries. I do think that he was connected to that in some way because I know that we like watched it when it came out immediately.
I remember Kingdom Hospital.
Yeah. I had started that because I kept seeing that lady from Masters of Sex. She's also in Cloverfield. She's in a lot of other things, and I'm probably naming the two weirdest things to even name for her to have been in. Lizzie Kaplan?
Yeah, I got Lizzie, but I couldn't think. I knew it wasn't Borden.
I kept seeing like clips of her as the lady from Misery, and I'm like, the fuck?
Yeah, Castle Rock.
Yeah, so I was like, this is cool. I want to see that, and I started watching it, but I couldn't. I mean, I only watched like an episode and a half, but I couldn't get into it. I don't know, if I ever had time to watch TV again.
I have a suggestion for the title of this podcast. Yappingjay.
Yappingjay.
Yep,
absolutely.
It honestly works that we're yapping more because like I don't have too many notes on this book.
That's fair.
To go back in. Oh my god, I'm totally lost.
It's okay. I'm glad I made you coffee because could you imagine how bad it would be if you weren't caffeinated?
Right, and I'm not even fully caffeinated anymore. Okay, so bad at propos. PETA comes on. We'll just jump right into the next thing. So PETA is with the Capitol. They do a recording with I forget his name, Flickerman.
Yeah,
the main host, and he's talking about PETA looks healthy. He looks good. And he's like, Katniss, you need to stop this. If you're with them, like, use your power to stop the rebellion. We're going to lose lives, essentially. And we need a ceasefire. So, and everyone's really angry at PETA for doing that, which is hence reason why she needs to make sure that part of PETA is in the deal to keep him safe because they're going to want to try him for his crimes. Try him for his crimes. So her now goal is to, become Mockingjay, save PETA yet again. The next time they see PETA looks even worse. So she, it's been I think the whole rebellion takes place within 6 weeks, 6 to 8 weeks. Everything goes down because before they get PETA back, it's been 6 weeks. So, the second time they see PETA, he looks thin. He's twitchy. He's emaciated. He looks bad. And he's like
tortilla.
Yeah,
he's a flat tortilla. But
low carb.
He's a low carb tortilla.
A crepe.
He's sweet. Yeah. You fill mostly crepes with sweet things, but it could be savory too. Anyways, it's bad today, guys. I'm sorry.
You know what? If you like the yap portion,
You like the yap portion.
Put a ring on it.
We yapping.
What'd you say?
Put a ring on it.
Put a ring on it.
Literally.
That's how my brain works,
Damn
guys.
it.
So yeah, he looks bad. Then he's able at the very end, because he's still being like, Katniss, you need to stop this. Like, don't do this. And at the very end, he gets out, like, there's going to be an attack on 13, like, in the morning or something like that. Like, he gives, like a weird code. They cut the cameras. You could hear him screaming in the background because they're beating him because he gave him a warning. That flushes everybody down into the depths of 13.
Yeah.
And they seal up, and there's, like, bombings for 3 days. The upper levels, it would have killed people from the first level, so Peeta's warning did save lives, so they're very thankful for him. But now Katniss is dealing with the fact that because of her, Peeta's going to get tortured.
Yeah.
Going to repeatedly get tortured. She doesn't understand why they just don't kill him. And I believe it's Primrose who said that they're going to do as much to Peeta as they can to order to break her. They'll do whatever they can do to break her. And some other people also tell her, I forget if it's Finnick, but Snow's only grasp on Katniss and controlling her is the fact that he has Peeta. If he kills Peeta, there's nothing left to control Katniss with.
And that, if anything, it would just kind of fire her up.
Yeah,
even
fire
more.
up even more, yeah. And she does do a propo in District 8, I believe. And there she sees that they bring a bunch of wounded people into the hospital. And I have a comment about this too, and it's not confirmed or denied. It might be my own theory or theories of others. But I'll get to it at the end. But so she gets to District 13, her first trip as a Mockingjay, like outside Propo. She meets the leader of, I think her name's Paylor.
Okay.
Like Paylor, Paylor. So I'll say Paylor, I could be wrong. Usually I am. But
I would think Pelor. That
Pelor,
sounds more
yeah,
like a
I
name
can't
to me.
remember, but it's her last
There's
name.
a Y in there though.
Yeah, Paylor,
there's-
Pelor, but I don't know. But so she's kind of leading there. She's their chosen leader for that district, and Katniss goes in, and it kind of fires her up, seeing how much just her presence lifts people. And so they get some good shots, like she's there. As they leave, they have to leave because there's like an air raid that's about to happen, and they notice they're going for the hospital.
Okay.
Because at first, Gale questions, like, why are you putting all the sick people together? And at first, they thought, well, what else can we do? Like, it's if there's disease, whatever. But he wasn't really questioning the fact that, like, that they have a bunch of sick people together that could get other people sick. It's more so, like, it's kind of like a target.
Yeah.
And they kind of dawns on Katniss when the air raids come in because they're going to bomb the hospital. And so her and Gale break free of the crew, even though their orders are strict to come back to the ship. And they take down, like, the planes that are bombing, but it's still too late. The hospital collapses and everybody inside is dead.
Yeah.
So that's when Katniss gives her first real speech for Propo, and that's where the whole "if we burn, you burn with us" type thing, and that airs everywhere in the capital. Beatty gets through. He's able to broadcast it to the capital and to District 2, because District 2 is still very much, like, in the capital's hands, because that's where most peacemakers come from. Because, I guess how you find out peacekeepers are usually people in debt, and if they sign themselves away to be peacekeepers, they will clear the debt.
Yeah.
So there's, like, some benefits to becoming a peacekeeper. But because of that, you're not allowed to have family, like, you're not allowed to get married or have kids for a certain amount of time while you're a peacekeeper. The theory, like, the people thought that all the peacekeepers came from the capital, but that's untrue because there wouldn't be enough for the whole forces. So District 2 still very much in line with District 1. So they air the propos, they get that out. More sex. Another thing, like, Gale in this one, you're starting to see Gale in a different light because, like, book 1 and 2, I am probably muddled because I'm always pro Peeta because I love him in the books. I liked Gale in the movies, but I love Peeta in the books.
Okay.
Like, Peeta's my man in the books, and I normally don't go for vanilla like Ben, but
Same.
Yeah, but I'm like, Gail probably suited her a bit more in my, like, thought. Like, they probably would have been paired together better. Just given their circumstances and, like, how much they just know each other so well. They're so in sync. And even Katniss, you know, in the second book is like, it's going to be Gail. It's always been Gail. And Gail is kind of making, like, the comments about, you know, her crew and, like, at first he's not keeping anything from her, but then they see the broadcast with PETA. Like, it's like not the second broadcast, but the first one where he looked really bad. She was in the hospital with Finnick. They saw it together, and people were coming to her crew was coming to see her, just like console her kind of about it, but she pretended not to see it because she didn't want all the fuss about it. But then Gail never tells her that he saw it too. And so it's the first time that she realizes Gail's keeping a secret from her.
Yeah.
So that's like, Gail's always been the person to tell her the truth. So that's like the first thing. It's like, okay, well, he's not telling me the truth. So they have like this back and forth. Like, they're not agreeing very much on the outcome because Gail wants all the Capitol dead. And fair. Absolutely fair, given what they've done. I can see his point. But Katniss is very much like, not everyone there is malicious and bad. Correct. They're just doing what is normal for them. So we can't kill them all type thing. It's like, I'm not going to kill my crew. You don't know them like that, but I do. And they cried for me when I was being sent off, and like...
But like, also, as much as like the districts are kept separate from each other.
They're kept separate.
Like, the Capitol is the same, right? So like, the people at the top know what's going on, but the people at the bottom, they're probably have no idea.
They probably think
really
all the districts are the same. They're being treated the same. They don't know. They do not intercommunicate between the districts to keep rebellion from happening. Right. So they don't know how bad it is in 12. They don't know how bad it is in 11. They don't know how bad it is in 10.
And like, it's not like they have access to information to learn more, and they're just choosing not to, you know?
Yeah, they're choosing not to. But yeah, but I mean, what has to get around though? Because I'm thinking about it. Because like Effie, she travels. She lives in the district. She travels, so they have to know the state. But to how extent do they know the state of things?
Right.
So,
because even Effie, she can see if stuff is run down, but she doesn't know what's going on day to day in people's lives.
Yeah,
she's there for like what, one day?
Yeah.
But yeah, that's just there. Anytime that there's like a bad place with evil people doing evil things, it's the top. It's not everybody.
Yeah, it's not everybody. So also, side note, because of, you know, snow smelling like roses and blood, like any type of time Katniss smells roses, she just gets very nauseous.
Well, yeah.
Because of that. So it's very triggering for her, because like when she went to go visit 12 and collected some things for her family, he left like roses. Also, when they did the bombing, they left flowers out for her, which I thought was like, that's such a like a fucking snow thing. So side note after that, so PETA, like, Gail's lying to her. She can't fully trust Gail, but she trusts Gail, but it's just a heavy situation.
Yeah.
So at one point, just going to skip around, because a lot of this book is Katniss being underneath morphine. Every time she has like an outburst or a mental break, they put her under. And I don't know how she's not fully addicted to morphine by the end of this, but because I know Joanna is, because they do end up doing a rescue mission for PETA, because they know that Katniss isn't going to do shit, because she knows that every time that she has a propo played about her, he's going to get hurt.
Yeah.
Anything that she does moving forward, he's going to get hurt because of her. And that's how Snow is going to break her. So that's exactly what ends up happening. She doesn't want to do shit. So Haymitch knows this. They all know this. So they make a team together and they ship them out to go save PETA and the other Victors. So that's Joanna. They don't get Baria. I forget how to say their name. But they weren't in the prison. I'm gonna be honest too. I don't even remember if Baria was a male or a woman. So I forget. I think male. I don't know. It hurts. It hurts to remember. But I just side noted that character because they're like twisted from 2. Like, it's a killer's mindset, but also a Victor. So we have to pardon. Like we promised. So, while they're doing the rescue mission, Katniss can't go because of her mental state and everything. So her and Finnick, they start doing propos outside and just start talking. And that's where you find the third book is where you find out that Snow sells the victors, the attractive victors, to other people.
Yeah.
So that's where you find out that Finnick is a big one, where he was, I would say very much essayed and passed around the capital to high bidders. And not even the people that used him felt totally right about it, so they would gift him money or like things, but what he wanted most was secrets. So they gave him secrets every time they used him. And that's where he found out about Snow poisoning people and why he smells like roses. And then he starts just listing off all the bad shit that is going down. It's very giving the files.
Yeah.
Hint, the files, and listing the names out of all the bad people. Which puts Snow into kind of hiding in the capital, which you find out later.
Not X.
But, like, who would ever suspect a president of human trafficking, right?
Who would ever suspect a president of human trafficking?
Wild.
Or building a wall to keep the other districts out? Anyways, so Finnick gets this all out, he talks about it. Also, I think it's so sweet that Finnick is so in love with Annie.
Yeah.
And that is like one of my favorite romances about the book. This broken girl who wormed her way into his heart because he said that the love grew on him. Mm-hmm. So he was not expecting it. It's just like the hint quote, PETA growing on Katniss. So.
Been there.
Yeah. Yeah. So sometimes love just grows on you without you knowing.
Like moss.
Like moss. I like moss.
I was thinking fungus, and I'm like, that's such a fucked way to... But yeah. I mean, I'm always friends to lovers anyways. That's just
I like friends to
how
lovers.
I do my life.
You're also always thinking about mushrooms, though.
True.
That's true.
Mm-hmm.
It's a little mushy.
Yeah, it was so hard to decide with your birthday card. Because I was like, there was one with mushrooms I really wanted to get you, but then I really liked that one. So I did. But, so they aired that. Well, they aired most of what Finnick says because that's the juicy part. There's also a whole side thing where, like, the iconic song of, like, the hanging tree, where Katniss starts analyzing that song, and at first it sounds like, you know, someone who's murdered somebody wants their lover to die with them, like, in a brutal way, but then you learn that there's kind of more of, like, a dark romantic side of it, where it's like, I don't want you to see the cruelty of this world without me. Like, I don't want you to suffer alone, so come join me.
Okay.
Like, with the news type thing. Because it's like, at the end, it's like, what is it? The, like, final verse is like, it's where, it's like the last verse is pretty much saying, are you coming to have a necklace of rope side by side with me?
Yeah.
So, it's more of a, you don't want to experience the cruelty of the world, so let's get this over with type thing. So they have like this whole analytic moment with this song, which I think is really nice. One of my favorite parts about the book was that whole, like, her connecting the lyrics to, like, real occurrences of life, because she's understanding it more as she gets older, which is, like, I think a thing that does happen. As you get older, you start, like, things that did not upset me when I was a kid upset me now because I understand the emotional stakes of it, which I think is a beautiful part about growing up.
Yeah, because like, I would watch sad movies or read sad books, and it never, like, hit me. And then as I've gained more and more, like, experiences, like, I'd be weeping left and right, my guy. Like, for real.
Yeah, but it did not take much to set me off emotionally. Like, sad wise, like, that's why I don't watch sad things, because they hit me really hard. Like, really, really hard. But yeah, so I like that whole tidbit there when they're, like, analyzing that song. They also had that as a propo, but they didn't really post it. So they do that. The mission's a success. And PETA, Joanna, they're back. Annie, they got Annie, and Finnick and Annie have a wedding, and it's so cute because they just celebrate, and they have to fight for every ounce of that wedding. Well, Poltridge, he fights for every ounce of that wedding because he's still game mastering. He's planning out the propos. He's planning out where people need to be next. So he's very much game mastering this whole thing. But he's also the type of upbeat, like, where you just want to punch him in the face, where it's like, well, you did this thing, like, this is not exactly what happened in the book, but kind of an example of his attitude is, like, for example, PETA got punched in the face, like, I'm really upset about it, it's all my fault, and Paul Church will just be like, well, it makes for great TV to show the other rebels how, like, bad he has it, or all the other people in the districts how bad he has it, like, very upbeat about...
He's like a spin master.
Yeah, like
how can I turn this around?
How can I turn this? He's very, like, upbeat and optimistic. Says the craziest unhinged shit, in my opinion, where I would want to punch him in the face, too. So he rubs, Katniss in a very, very bad way at times. So they all get back. Annie and Finnick reunite, which is the cutest thing ever. I loved Finnick all throughout this book. I just wanted to hug him and hold him because he was so in and out of it. He was, like, tying ropes with, like, his hands and stuff just to keep his mental state there, which he ends up getting Katniss to do. He ends up getting PETA to do to help them through everything. And I'm like, oh, how sweet. I love Finnick. So they reunite. They get married. She ends up seeing PETA again. Joanna, she's been through some shit. They've shaved her head. She's addicted to fucking morphine like crazy. But Joanna's the example of what happens when the Capitol takes everything from you. You have nothing left to fight for. She's just angry, mad, justifiably so. Wants to tear down everything, kind of like Gale. She goes to see PETA. PETA looks like he's doing okay. He's still thin and everything, but he's talking to the people, like the nurses and stuff, really fine. And then she gets so excited, and Hamish gets excited, and they just go in, and Katniss is, like, open-armed and, like, PETA! And he's, like, coming at her, like, he's excited to see her, but then he's, like, starts choking her.
Yeah.
And to the extent that she needs surgery on her throat, she needs to be in a machine, she's sedated again until she's healed up, she can barely talk.
Yeah.
Yeah, morphine, please.
An appropriate time.
Yes. So she's going through all that hoarse voice, everything. PETA hates her, and she's like, the boy I loved is gone. And she has trinkets left over. Like, one of them's a pearl. I can't remember where the fuck he gave her the pearl. It had to have happened in maybe the second book, but she holds onto the pearl like it's her grounding item. And, like, she'll press it against her lips, and she'll keep it tucked with her, and it's, like, her last remnants of the boy with the bread. And so they go to District 2, I believe, and that's where she decides to give up on the idea of PETA ever coming back to her, that Snow has taken her away. So her only goal is to kill Snow. And Hamish will occasionally update her on PETA's progress, because what they did to him was they took Tracker Jacker venom, and they showed images of Katniss and made her into this evil creature in his head. It's like a mutt. And they call each other mutts back and forth, because they both be acting crazy. So PETA slowly, like, they start playing a game with PETA. It's like real or not, or unreal, or not real, something like that. And he'll be like, did this happen? Real or not real? And they'll be like, real. Like, so. And then he starts to realize that some of the fake memories have, like, this sheen on them that doesn't seem right. So he's starting to understand what's real and what's not real. So he's slowly coming back. There's one specific point, because they all end up in a team together. So, like, they're in District 2 getting ready they end up destroying the train station. Another hint. Part of Gale and Beatty, they work together a lot. And it's a lot of taking Gale's techniques with snaring and putting them into weapons in the war. And one of the things that does come up is there's a trick. What you do is you put out one trap that kills a bunch of people. You send in their people come in to help those people, and then you put off a second trap, and that kills them.
The first responders,
Yeah, they kill the first responders, so that hits home. So that's a technique that they talk about, which is foreshadowing.
That's not going to go bad at all.
Not going to go bad at all. So Gale helps come up with that initial, plan structure. And Katniss doesn't like the idea of that, so she leaves when they're talking about it underground, and they get to, I believe... There's like a mountain where they train the Peace Camp. I believe it's District 2. 2 truths and one lie. So there's a train, or like there's like only one way in through the mountain and out. So the whole they're arguing about whether or not they want to, if they don't need the mountain and all of the military stuff that's in the mountain, because District 13 used to be their weapons, and it's where their mining thing came in, was it was just a ploy for them making nuclear weapons and stuff like that. Now 2's become that, where underneath the mountain they are building weapons and stuff. It's where their peacekeepers are trained or whatever. And they're holed up there, and the only way to get to District 1 is really through there. So they decide to explode parts of the mountain and cave them in.
Okay.
So they can't come out, so they're dying slowly there. They do leave one entrance open. It's the other side where the train comes through. And Katniss is like, everybody's dead. Like, as people from District 12, one of the worst things you would set someone up to do is die in the mines.
Yeah.
So that's like, you would never, if you're from District 12, you would never, ever wish that death upon anybody, no matter who they are. And not all of them, like I said, are bad. Could be coerced into helping. Like the district, like the capital. So Katniss is very against it. Gale's for it. So he's like, Gale comes up with the idea to just shut it down if they don't need it. And they leave one open. They think everybody's dead at that point, but then the train comes out and there are people hurt, burned, smoke, like just in a bad situation. They come out with guns because obviously what do you do? Even if you're on the enemy side or not the enemy side, you're going to come out prepared in just in case you're going to die because nobody wants to die. So they come out, guns ready. Katniss tries to give them a chance. There's one guy leading it, being like, why should we even fucking trust you? And she's like, I can't give you one reason. I can't give you one reason why you shouldn't kill me here and now. And she holds out her hand to him to join them. And he's not the one who does it, because I think he's going to join her, but somebody else ends up shooting Katniss during the situation. So again, she's sedated. Back in the hospital, getting surgically.
He just wants that morphine.
Yeah. He wants that morphine, apparently, yeah. So that's how that situation plays out. They get 2, and then so they start going to District 1. Katniss and them, they don't really want Katniss to go into the actual final war part of it because she's already been hurt so much. And she ends up going anyway, so she starts training really hard with Joanna. Joanna starts kicking her morphine addiction to try to drink. They want to be there to kill Snow. That's the only thing they want to do. It's the only thing Katniss has left. And so they train hard. They get approved to go. They get put in the Star Squad. It's a propaganda squad. So they're not really there to fight, but they're there to record propaganda. And so Gale and them are on this team. They get there. At some point, Quinn assigns Peeta to their team. And Peeta's still trying to get better. He's doing his best. Like, he doesn't want to kill Katniss anymore, but he doesn't like her. He's just confused with all the memories. And that's where the real and unreal stuff comes in, is when he joins their squad. But the moment Peeta joins their squad, Katniss realizes that Coin wants her dead.
Yeah.
So her purpose has been played, and it's not hidden. Coin's second in hand, his name is Boggs. Katniss doesn't like him at first because very much up Coin's ass, like doing everything she says, but there are times Boggs lies for her, hides what she's done. Even during the hospital situation, he doesn't fully tell her that Katniss disobeyed orders not to go back. So, and there's a point where her team's like, Gale's really handsome, like blah blah blah, and then Katniss is awkward because like they're talking, it's like a really hint at like Gale and Katniss being lovers, but it's so awkward right now. Katniss can't even think about like who she wants to be with. Despite everything, she just remembers the kiss, and then Boggs just like comes and he's like, well, it's hard to compare with Gale right now because we just saw Finnick O'Dare in his underwear, because like he comes out to Katniss because he wants to be part of the team during one of their trips, but he's in his like hospital gown with nothing on, with a rope. He clearly mentally is unfit to go. And then he takes off his clothes and he's like, you know, you like what you see, kind of. That's why I love Finnick. And Boggs is really awkward when he does that, but just Katniss laughs because it's just Finnick. And it's the first time Finnick's really been himself since everything. This is before Annie comes back. And
so his real self is stripping in front of people and saying, you know, you like it.
You know, you like it. No, his true self is very like joking and flirtatious and good attitude. Yeah,
fine to a point.
Yeah,
irreverent.
Is it a word?
Yeah.
Definition?
You don't take things really seriously.
Oh yeah.
That's the almost absurdist, but I don't have a good definition.
I like learning new words. I definitely heard that one in books. So
you know, Until Dawn.
Yes.
The girl who was dating Mike and they went to the cabin alone together. One of her words for like, because how they gave a couple descriptive words for them. One of her words was irreverent, and I had looked it up the first time we played it because I'm like, what does that mean? So
yeah, no, it's a good word. Yeah, so he's like just a very bright personality. So yeah, that's when she decides that she's going to like Boggs, is because saved her from an awkward Gale situation. And when they get to District 1 to start, like, well, District 2, District 1 area to start like finishing the war, Boggs is very clear like that he's on Katniss's side.
Yeah.
Even though like he has like a really like angry conversation with Coin, because when they send PETA, like they put guards on him because the goal obviously is Coin's hoping that PETA kills Katniss, because Boggs admits that Katniss did her job. She united the districts. There's no more need for her. The best thing they can do is kill her to make her a martyr.
Yeah.
So that would be the best thing to do, because that's when Boggs admits that Coin never wanted Katniss. She wanted PETA.
Yeah.
She wanted PETA, said, because PETA is a
golden retriever.
He's a golden retriever, but he does have a way with words. Even in like his crazy mindset, he'll still, like, old PETA will come out and say something very sweet.
Yeah.
Or very upbeat, and that's the PETA that she knows, and it always gives her like this slight tiny bit of hope that he's gonna come back, but then he's like angry with her. Also, side note, so Joanna actually can't come on this rendezvous to go kill Snow, or go capture Snow, because the morphine like withdrawals get to her. So Joanna's like, you have to kill Snow, and she promises pretty much that she will. So they get there. PETA does have relapses, so they cuff him. Yeah, poor guy. No, they cuff him, and he gets to a point where he's like, Boggs does end up dying. He steps on a mine and his leg gets blown
off.
Blown off. Yeah, his leg gets like blown off. It might be both legs, but they try their best to tourniquet and to move him into a safe building. Because there are these pods. So they're in District 1. District 1 is the Hunger Games, essentially. So they actually joke at one point, like, welcome to the 76th Hunger Games, because they have pods with different things in them to attack, like, you know, tracker-jackers, poison, like anything you can think of, they have in these pods, so they're trying to dismantle them. As they go through, that's their propos. Because the people have been evacuated closer to the capital, closer to the inner city of the capital, because of the rebels coming in. So yeah, there's pods that like they're tracking down, so they get to an area and he steps on a mine, I believe, and his legs get blown off. Boggs transfers the hollow over to Katniss because Boggs knows. Boggs is on Katniss's side, tells her not to trust anybody. No one here trusts no one. And he says to kill PETA and basically, you know, carry out your mission. So she poorly lies to them, saying that Queen arranged for her to lead the mission to go kill Snow. They know she's fucking lying, even though she's like, I don't know how they believe me, but they're believing me. I feel bad that I'm lying to them, because they're dying. They die one by one, because instead of, they get holed up in a building, they think Katniss is dead, so they air that, like Snow airs that, so the rebels start believing, like Coin and them start believing Katniss is dead, so they're airing, like, you know, condolences, like, she was great, like, they prop her up like the martyr that they want her to be.
Her outfits were fire, literally.
Yeah.
Literally, so they...
Rest in pods.
It wasn't me this time.
Yeah. Sorry, so they, like, think she said Coin plays into it, because she might also think that Katniss is dead is what she wants. Another part of that is that Katniss and Coin have been at heads since they've kind of met, and Coin wants to be president when this is done. Like, that's not going to change. Like, so, like Snow, anybody that opposes her is better off dead. So, very much like a...
Same but different.
Same but different. And...
almost like the two sides of the same coin.
Cuties.
I really wanted to say Snow.
Two sides of the same Snow. So he dies. They find a way to go underneath the ground to get closer to the Capitol, and there Snow sends out these mutts that whisper Katniss's name. Peeta gets triggered. He breaks out of the trigger, and he's like, "You gotta run. They're here to kill you. You gotta kill me too," type thing. But she's like, "I'm not fucking killing Peeta, even if it's probably the easiest thing to do." And so Gale, Pollux, who's also an AVOX, side note, is part of the film crew, and Cressida, they hightail it out of there. I forgot the name, some people die, but Finnick, he dies underneath. He gets mauled to death. And I wish, like, they would have given him more tribute to his death, but it's hard to do that when you're moving into an action scene of, like...
Well, you know why they didn't? It was, like, just in terms of, like, the book, it was intentional that it just kind of happened, and then, because... I had to flip back because I'm like, did he really just die? It's because they're treated as disposable, so that was kind of like what was happening. That was meant to be.
That's what it felt like in offhand. But I do like the tidbit of like Katniss being like, I had a moment of like seeing through his eyes, like this moment, Annie, like that, and just being dead after that. So they leave, they get to safety, they find a rebel ally, they get hidden underneath the ground. The Capitol's starting to tell people they're gonna have to take in the refugees coming in from the end, like the inner capital, because they're being even more evacuated in because the rebels are getting in. You see peacekeepers mow down a bunch of, like, I don't know, they don't describe them as peacekeepers, but they could be rebels. They don't really describe too much, but there are people on top of the roof shooting the people, like the townspeople. There's some more hidden details in there, but you're gonna have to read the book for that, because there's a lot of like little details that stuck out to me. But things, Peeta gets trusted again. They all have these pills to, you know, basically self-exit themselves in case they get captured, because they're better, like, you just don't want to go through that. So they start splitting up to get into the mansion to finish what they need to do, and her and Gale get left together. Gale gives Peeta his pill, so he doesn't have one. So the deal is between Katniss and Gale is that they kill each other, or like Katniss will kill him if he ever gets taken. A bunch of other stuff goes down, like there's like fighting, people are shooting people in the capital as they're trying to go in for refuge and safety. And they get split up. They run away. Peacekeepers nab Gale, and Katniss, in her shocking wake, forgets to shoot him because she can't even make out words of what's happening because of how loud it is and how dazed she is. And he's basically saying, "Shoot me," and she doesn't. So she feels the one thing she promised to do. She hasn't found Peeta. And then she gets up, gets out. Some shit goes down. There's so much that's happening in this little moment. And a Capitol air drone comes in with the Capitol symbol, rains down bombs on their people and the kids. They're just trying to like stay safe. So they're killing their own people, and then she sees their rebels coming in. They finally arrive. The medics are landing on the field. She sees Prim, because Prim is really excitedly wanting to become a doctor. And so she's on the field trying to help these people, but then, like Gale's plan, the second set of bombs comes off, and Prim dies. And Katniss sees this last minute. She's trying to, like, call for her sister. Prim notices her, registers, but then the second bombs go off. And then Katniss gets blown out. She never makes it to Snow. She, again, is underneath a bunch of, like, skin graft surgeries because she's burned. Like, the one of the analogies is, like, the girl on fire is actually on fire. So she's getting skin graft and everything, and by the time she's well enough, her sister, everything that she started this for is dead. Yeah. Her sister's gone. Her sister who wanted to be a doctor. Her sister who grew up fast. Her sister who has every good qualities of her parents and her. Gone. And she doesn't even see her mom, really, after that, because her mom lost her father, lost her daughter. So, and she's just doing her best at keeping right, probably, and she's not shutting down like she did with her father. But you don't really see her after that. You don't even know much about Peeta after that, but she's alive. She's internally dead. Yeah. Because of everything. I forget what happens in between, but eventually she finds out Snow's captured. She starts wandering. She wanders into where he's being kept. He's being kept in kind of like his greenhouse, I believe. And it's not Coins people that are there, but Paylors from District 8. And she lets Katniss in to get what she needs, but they know exactly what's happening. So she starts talking to Snow, and this is where my theory comes in. Because Snow talks to her, and Snow's coughing up blood, so I'm assuming he's already dying, or he's poisoned himself, or something's happening where he's going, you could just tell he's not doing well. And he's, like, playing with roses, and he tells Katniss, like, that was a good trick that they did, or whatever. Like, a good plan. I never would have called it. And he says that they're the people who dropped the bomb. They're the people who killed their people to escalate the war to get it done quicker. So they sacrificed their own people for it. And Katniss is like, you're lying, you're a liar. Like, this is not like, that's no way. He's like, I would never. He's like, I will kill people who will directly, like, impact me, but never somebody innocent. So he would never just kill.
Except children.
Oh, yeah, no, that's a big thing. That's where she's like, he's lying because you're literally pulling children from people's families and killing them. But it serves his purpose. So if it serves his purpose, he will do it, but not a pointless death like all those people just trying to take. Whether they died or lived never really affected him. So that's why he's like, I would never do that.
But here's the thing, though. If the shoe was on the other foot, doing that would have served his purpose.
Oh, yeah, it would have served his purpose. So yeah, in a way. But that's what he's claiming, and
kind of a Saw way of thinking, too. Like, I haven't killed anyone.
No, nobody else has killed people. He's like, I've killed people, but only people who directly kind of, like, impact my view of, like, what.
Just because I oversee the games that, in which people kill each other doesn't mean that I'm responsible.
Right.
No, I think Snow does admit that he's kind of responsible, or like that he has no issue killing people. Like, he wouldn't wait so long. He's like, if I had a ship, I would have flown myself out of here and left them.
Yeah.
Type thing.
I'll do crimes, but I won't do war crimes.
So it's like, it's crazy. So that mentality is kind of crazy. So she ends up leaving because his trial, he's guilty in his trial, whatever. So he's going to be sentenced to death. They get together, they have a meeting, and Coin's like, rebels aren't happy with the outcome. They want more justice. So we're going to suggest one final Hunger Games. We're going to put their youngest living people, like their children or whatever. We're going to put all the big people, all the high, what would be considered their nobles or whatever, their political figures, take their kids and put them in the Hunger Games as punishment. Instead of, like, just putting them in it, but also Gil. This is where Katniss, I think, is smart, because when she goes around telling people that they have to vote on it, Katniss is like, yeah, for Prim, sure, why not? And then she looks at Haymitch and she's like, this is where we're going to figure out how much alike we are if he agrees. He knows he would know to agree if we think alike. So he does. She gets there. They're gonna announce the next Hunger Games, the last and final Hunger Games. They're gonna kill Snow. They want Snow to hear it before he dies. And so she gets ready to shoot. She gets one arrow to shoot Snow. Gale gives it to her, and that in between that's where Katniss is like, it was your bomb, wasn't it, that killed Prim? And I will say, like, devil's advocate here, they didn't know Prim was going to be there. I think only Coin knew Prim was going to be there, because Coin had to sign off on Prim to be there, but she was nowhere near the level of expertise in a medic to be on that site. So she was strategically planned and placed there to die. So that was all Coin, probably. Yeah. Some people did probably know, but a lot of people didn't. So I don't think Gale knew, but Gale, it was his invention.
But regardless, they still intentionally bombed their own medics.
No, they did. No, that like, I could never forgive that.
Whether or not he knew Prim was going to be there, regardless, he was okay with bombing his own people.
Yeah,
his own people.
That's why I'm like, that's why I think it's unclear, because, like, with the movie and stuff, I believe in the movie, it made me believe that Gale was in on the plan.
Yeah.
That he knew that this was going to happen.
Well, it's his strategy. Like,
but in the book, it's more like his strategy made this real. So that's where I'm like, kind of like, and that's where, like, Gale's like, I was only good to keep your family safe. That was all I was worth to you, essentially. Which I think is unfair to say. Because also him and Peta have like a slight conversation when they're all in a unit together about that she'll pick the person she thinks she can't survive without. And Candace thinks that's very rude of them to say that. That's not the only reason why she would love somebody. But I don't even think she's so back and forth with both of them. Even after she's done with Gail, she's still like, I want to go back to Gail and back to him. Like, I wish she was here type thing. Like, she's having all these remorseful feelings about like their ending. But at the end, so she draws her arrow to kill Snow. But what she really does is she turns and kills Coin. And then she tries to take the pill in Little Cinna's pouch that he made on her shoulder before they can get to her. But in all the chaos, they catch her, they put her under, they lock her up. Her trial happens without her even there, so she has a lot of time to think and be like, they should just kill me and like, fuck this, like, type thing. And Hamish comes to get her. Her trial is done. They basically pardon her, but she's going back to 12.
Yeah.
Hamish is going back to 12 with her. She has to leave everything behind. Palters, that's where Palters with her, and he's like upbeat, but you kind of want to punch him in the face. But like I said, in the movies, to me, it made it sound like she got like exiled. But in the book, it more so sounds like, yeah, she got exiled back to 12, but I don't think they knew what to do with her, so they put her back in 12. She like Cambridge, like, do you want to know who else is living with us? And no, but the only thing really standing in 12 is the Victor's Village. I never really bombed them. So she goes back to her old home. It's not the same. Obviously, she's just going through the motions. And she was allowed to return to 12 on the condition she kept talking to the doctor. And Hamish is there to watch over her. Mm-hmm. And Hamish just stocks up on all the alcohol he can for Hamish. And so they get there. She's just doing whatever the fuck, whatever. Lonely. Like, it's really sad. Like, Greasy Say is there. That's how you say her name. That's how I say her name. But she's there making sure Katniss eats and everything, and she's still kind of healing and battered. And then, you know, she hears some stuff going on outside, and she goes outside, and there's Peta planting flowers. And so at first she thinks he's planting roses, and she wants to bite his head off, but he's planting primrose for her around the house for her sister. And Peta had to get clearance before he moved back, but he moved back to 12. They decide to like have a night together, and then Peta's like, do you love me real or not real or type thing, and she's like, real. And then there's a whole epilogue where you find out that they're together, they have 2 children, their children go to school, they learn about the Hunger Games, and it's just kind of it. Yeah, it's like, it's for me, it's like it's a bittersweet end, because like she's broken, they're both burned and broken, and like obviously in the movies they don't really, it's like movies are pretty, so they're not like actually how they look in the books. They're like burned, half her like her hair has got singed off, like
right,
she's skin graft to hell and back.
Through it,
she's been through it. Also Snow does die, but it's unclear how he died, but I'm assuming poison or like his body failed him.
I remember in the movie, like, the crowd just kind of tore him apart, or they descended on him and they cut away. Yeah,
they, like, in the actual book, he's dying in the chaos, like, he's died by himself when the chaos ensues, and it's unclear whether or not, like, he died from the excitement, his heart failed, or if it was poison, or, like, whatever the fuck it was, they were unclear. But yeah, so, like, my theory part, if, like, what Snow is saying is true, that he wouldn't hurt anyone like that, I think back to District 8 and how they bombed the hospital and how they had, like, the symbol on the thing, and that's how they determined it was from the Capitol, but now they know that, like, the rebels had Capitol things, so I'm wondering, was it Coin who killed the hospital?
Right.
So that's where I'm like, they never say anything, that's my theory, is what if the hospital destruction was also Coin? Because why wouldn't it? Like, that would be so crazy.
So, like, fire everybody up.
Yeah, like, I'm like, because if Snow is claiming he will not, if there's no business, like, why would he do that too then? So I'm like, it's interesting, the whole thing, but the book in general, like, I think it was accurate in the feelings at the end. Like, I don't think you're supposed to have a good feeling after this. There's no winning in war. I do believe that there is no such thing as winning in war.
Right.
So she's beaten and broken at the end. So is Peta, but they're kind of broken in together. With the love scenario, I think the romance aspect could have almost been taken out, because up until even to the very end, it's like Gail, PETA, Gail, PETA, Gail, PETA. And though I'm pro PETA, it's just like, it doesn't really feel like she truly loves either of them.
Yeah, I would almost maybe argue that she's, at least in her teenage years, she's not really capable of loving, right? Because when you're in survival mode, you're not capable of much else.
You're just there to survive.
Yeah, like she had her priorities, which were Prim and her mom, which is another reason it's so fucking unfair of him to say, like, that's all I meant to you. And it's like, that's not all you meant to me, but that was the most important thing I needed you to do, and you couldn't even fucking do that. Like, so that's kind of how I feel on that. When I read it, I was definitely pro Gale, at least because he very specifically knew where she was coming from, right? Because PETA didn't necessarily grow up on the bad side of town. He grew up on the, like...
Yeah, he grew up better.
He had a little bit more abundance. And yeah, I just never really felt like she actually loved him, at least in a romantic sense. Like, when you go through something horrific with somebody and you come out the other side, of course you're going to have very strong trauma bonded for sure. So I'm not saying that she doesn't love him. I think she has
love for both of them in her own way.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I don't know how to put my feelings in the words with it,
but also fuck Gale, like...
No, yeah, oh my god, like, it's just some of the shit he was saying in the third book, I'm like, you lost me entirely, bro.
Yeah,
you lost me entirely.
I was in it to win it with Gale up until... But also, like, when in the second book, when shit... It's like, dude, just let her go. Like, even if she doesn't love PETA, like, she's got too much going on to be with you. Like, just leave it be.
Yeah. The whole comment, he made a comment, it's like, you only kiss me when I'm hurting. Dude. Bro.
Shut the fuck up.
You only call me when it's 5:30.
Oh.
Oh, shit.
You never call me when you're sober.
You never call me when you're sober. Oh my god.
It's 1:15. I'm all alone. I need you now. Now we're gonna get copyright struck.
No, we're just saying words. It's just
we're
words.
not singing the melody.
Sentence. But yeah, no, I don't know.
But I will say, these books, me and my roommate have talked about it.
Your roommate?
My roommate.
I'm joking.
My roommate. Hi, roommate. You know who you are. I'm clipping this for sure, so she sees it. Before her time, but also her time, but also read them. Current state of the world.
Well, yeah. I once had a teacher that says history doesn't repeat itself, it rhymes.
That is such a good fucking line. Quote of the episode.
He was my favorite. He said that the reason he got into history is because he's nosy. And history is reading through people's diaries, basically.
It is!
Yeah.
Also, one of the lines that, like, obviously it's, like, the most common line for it, but, like, it hit me more as I'm older. Like, it hits me more now. But history is written by the victors.
Yeah.
And I think that is, like, it's still, my brain blows up every time I think about that. Like, every time I read something, I have to think, who wrote this? Like, type thing, like...
Well, yeah, even if you're seeing, like, political ads, or even if you're hearing, like, just, you have to think to yourself, who is benefiting from me knowing this, you know? Who is telling me this, and what do they want me to do? Like, what is their motivation behind sharing this information, you know? Like, so you do have to question stuff. You can't just blindly listen to everything. I mean, besides the fact that, you know, Google's fucking free, just fact check shit, like...
Yeah, I just don't read one article. You have to read, like, 10.
Well, yeah, of course you do. But also, you know, go to, like, sources that make sense, you know? Like, I don't know, man.
It's like when I vote, like, it's such a tedious process for me because I have to look at everybody that's potentially I'm voting for, and I look as much as I can that's available because I'm going to look beyond the things that are spoken on ads or TV because I do believe politics is the best lying contest, the best liar contest. What are they going to promise you that you think you're going to get? What can they realistically give you that they're promising you once you get in the government? Like, so tedious, but it's important.
Yeah, there was the last the most recent, like, smaller election, like a couple months back, basically, there's a site where basically all of the candidates are asked like the same questions, and some of them answer, some of them don't, and like even participate in it. But I know one of them, the guy essentially just said that like he was old fashioned, and I'm like, immediately no.
X.
Immediately
Old-fashioned
no.
is not the way to go. We need to progress forward.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of them was asked like which fictional character you most relate to or something like that, and he answered Uncle Iroh from Avatar.
We vote. Yeah, that he got our vote.
I love that.
I just looked up all the Hunger Games on Spotify because I might actually listen to these.
The books?
Yeah. Because I've only seen the movies, and just when
the books are so good. Like I saw the movies, and I'm definitely not a repeat person. I can't rewatch things often. I have to really love it to be able to rewatch it. But it's like once I know something, I just don't get the same joy out of it. So I was very pleasantly surprised to find that I love these books so far. I love them, and I can't wait to read the next two because they get even better.
I know, and I'm like toying. Like I want to read them.
Why don't you read the Songbirds and Snakes Song with me, and then we can just do that one next, and we can discuss it together. Yeah. If you got time.
I mean, of course I have time. I get through.
You might want to do that. If I'm hosting it, you might want to do that.
I know.
You listen to 5 books a week.
Yeah. Just don't.
That wasn't a criticism.
Just don't read Sunrise on the Reaping before me. Well, we'll read it at the same time as me, but not before me.
Okay. Yeah. The book I'm reading now, I'm like fucking obsessed with, and I'm about to like fall down an Adam Neville rabbit hole, and like I have such a love-hate relationship with that fucking man. Like he hurts me. He makes me feel alive.
Oh, he makes you feel all the feels.
He haunts
puts
me.
You through a roller coaster.
No, so including the one I'm reading now, he has written 2 of my favorite horror novels that actually make me feel scared. Like, and I feel like that's difficult to get from a book, like to actually feel frightened. Absolutely amazing. So I read the one, which is Last Days by Adam Neville, because there's 2 Last Days, and they're basically about cults, so they're very similar. Except Adam Neville's is 7,000 times better than the other one. But anyways, amazing, loved it. Oh my god, this is great. Let me read everything this man's ever written, and wildly all over the spectrum. Like one of my least favorite books was also written by him. So like, I'm just like, man, what are you doing? Help, please help.
And all gonna be winners.
You can do it. I know you can. Why are you playing? Why are you playing, Adam? Why are you playing? But yes. No. Yeah. I kind of want to do the book I'm reading now as part of like the Halloween.
Do it. Yeah.
The Spooktober.
Spooktober.
I've been telling Brittney about there's a manga that I've been reading that it started as a almost no, it didn't start as a hate read. It was I wonder if this is misogynistic just from the like premise alone, and like there are harem elements and more that make it kind of inherently misogynistic, but there's also strong female characters, so towing an edge. But also I started writing kind of a summary of it at the same time because I am up to like 20 main named characters. Like I am caught up with the most recent translations, and then there are the ones that I haven't named because they are less consequential so far. But I realized that I'm writing it in the style of a review.
That's great.
And like I got 10,000 words right now. Again, it's not completed. I'm just caught up to where it's at. I could probably get some kind of content out of that, but it's I don't know if I could. It might be a 2-parter episode, maybe a Patreon exclusive, but it's definitely it could be something because I've said before I definitely want others' opinions on, like, I know you specifically have said if I feel like it's misogyny, it probably is.
Yeah, if you especially, because you're not. Sorry, go on.
No.
You're not as attuned to seeing it because it doesn't impact you. So if you are getting the feeling it is, it is.
That's where I was going with it, is getting a different perspective, getting to women's perspective. I almost said female. I didn't.
I would have fight you. I would have done fight you.
I didn't say girls either. Women's perspectives. But then also I think it's there are some really legit funny moments. There are some legit terrible moments that are funny. Like, I'll just say there's a couple minor incest plots, because manga, you can't have...
It's manga.
You can't have one without the other.
Minor as in small or minor as in minor?
Oh, no, small. Like, yeah.
I knew what you meant, but specify.
Thank you. I throw in theories like I'm pretty sure at least one of these characters is adopted, but I'm not entirely sure yet. I hope they're adopted. Where was I going with that?
Me.
Oh, incest plot, blah, blah, blah. The guy's kind of dealing with depression or trauma or a brain injury, like I've said. But then also his mom just has breast cancer. And it's like, you can't throw like a serious topic in like that when you were just talking about like, or even like, she's like embracing him because she's scared, which is completely understandable. But then it's just the way that she's acting at the same time. Those two do not go together in the way that, like, I understand you're trying to inject some kind of drama. It's just not working the way that you want it to.
Yeah.
You have to review this on the podcast, because now I'm so fucking curious.
Yeah, I mean, and sometimes stuff is just bad, you know? Like...
Well, like it turned into a hate read because I realized, oh, this is becoming a harem, which I am not against, but it's a poorly done harem. And also, I think the main character is written to be more interesting than he truly is, because he has some kind of he has a lack of emotion. He doesn't understand other people's emotions. He could also just be autistic.
Ned Palmer?
I know that name. Try Guys?
Yes.
I know that name.
I mean, he did try to have a harem.
Did you try to have a harem?
No, but he cheated on his wife with at least
yeah.
one producer, so
I knew I didn't like him. I have such great gut feelings with people. I swear to fuck.
Thank you, because I hated him. My gut
has never fucking failed me.
Yes.
So the Glambot guy too. I like the Glambot shots, but I never like the fucking dude and look at all the shit's coming on. I'm like, I feel justified.
I need the tea on that. I'm not...
Like, oh my god, the fact that he's fucking rude to people, like, so rude. Well, yeah, no, like, bad rude. Like, there is, like, a woman, I guess, the first thing I saw, and it's not the only instance, because I went down a rabbit hole, where, a bride was like, hey, can you, like, do you do private events? Like, I want to do this for my wedding. Like, can you tell me how much? He's like, well, you do know this is for red carpets, right? It's very expensive. She's like, yeah, well, how do I go about setting this up? Like, and he's
regular like, people have a lot of money too sometimes, you know? Like,
yeah, and then he's like, well, it's gonna be this much. And she's like, okay, I'm gonna send you over like money on Monday. He's like, well, if you didn't want to like do this, why'd you waste my time, type of thing. And she's like, I am, that's why I reached out. I will pay you money.
I'm confirming.
Yeah. And that's not the only instance.
It seems very trying to reject.
And that's fine. And you can do that, but you also don't have to be an asshole about it. Like, because sometimes
she's super rich too, this girl. She had 2 weddings.
But sometimes people will, like, quote you a cost that's absolutely crazy because they don't want to, they don't want to do it.
I think it was only 100,000. Oh, I mean, well, yeah,
but for someone who has a lot of money, you know,
for red carpet type thing. Yeah, no, I will never see $100,000 in my fucking day, but
that would change my life.
That would change my life. I don't need much in this life. I just want enough to pay my bills and enough to have in a rainy fun day in case I ever get sick. That is it. But I can't have it.
Literally, if we just paid off the house, so like, if we didn't have our house payment. Jesus, our whole entire living situation would absolutely shift so dramatically.
Like, how crazy is it that, like, even me paying off my car will dramatically change my life? Like, that's, for me, I'm like, that is such a simple thing that many people probably don't even have to worry about, but I'm over here like, that extra $270 could be life-changing for me. That's crazy.
I know, mine's like $330 something.
Yeah.
It's rough. That's why Nick was so excited when his car was totaled, because... Not excited, because obviously it's still a pain in the ass, but his car payment before was more expensive than mine, and now the cars that he's looking at, he's going to maybe have $200 a month. So, like, that significantly, like, changed things for him, too.
Well, it's like my car insurance payment is now more than my actual car payment. That's crazy to me.
Car insurance is... And
It's a
Michigan is
scam! It's a fucking scam!
Michigan's one of the highest things. Like, we have, like, the highest rates, for car insurance for the most part.
Them fucking deer.
Yeah, the fucking deer, man. Jesus Christ.
My idea for the Renaissance Festival. My God, please. Like, is that going to be funny?
Yeah.
Like, a nice car. Just a hand fan, a custom hand fan. I'm dressing up as like a stag lady for the Renaissance Festival this year with antlers, with trinkets. And I want a hand fan that says, nice car. I think it's a cute idea.
Nice car. It would be a shame if I headbutt it.
It would be a nice shame if I headbutt it.
But yeah, no.
Talking about my trauma now.
Poor dear. R.I.P.
I know.
I gave you a gift.
Yeah. Nick's like seconds away from believing in astrology.
Right, that's what you think my car accident would have made me believe in fucking someone's out to protect me, because I should not have walked out completely okay from that accident.
Dude.
I don't even know how.
Yeah, same with Rach when she was rear-ended after my dad's funeral. The cop told her that if there wasn't a pickup truck behind her that got hit, she wouldn't be here, because the guy was going so fast when he hit, and her car was not built to hit, like, you know.
No.
Because the guy's truck was, like,
she's tall, too, so
yeah.
it would have been bad.
Yeah. The only thing that really took it was the poor salad in her backseat. It got tossed.
Mm-hmm. So it got tossed.
Oh, no.
Oh.
It was like, it's weeks later and I'm still finding tomatoes.
Oh my God, dude.
At least it was in December, right? Like, because August, just rotting tomatoes.
I just, like, my accent was so, like, funny in a way, because, like, the guy ran the red light and he rode over my car and smashed my whole front end out. And I don't even know how I make it out, and someone just screams at me, "Are you okay?" And I'm just like, yeah. And it was COVID time, so I had a mask on. And I was just, like, slowly walking, got my phone out. I sat on the curb. The guy who, like, hit me and ran over me came over. He was so shaken up. I think he thought he might have killed me.
Yeah.
Like, as I think back on how, like, devastated he was, and I'm just on the phone with the police, and I look up, I'm like, do you need an ambulance? That's how distraught I was, because, like, I am over here with this super fucked up car, and I'm sitting on the curb, and I'm like, do you need an ambulance? And then he's like, no. And I'm like, I think I'm good. And a lady came out of her car to help me give directions to the cops. And the sheriff was right behind us anyway, so he had everything handled.
Good.
So.
Yeah, no. When my car was totaled, I called them and I'm just sobbing. And he's like, "Oh my God, are you okay?" And I'm like, "I'm just really shaken up. I'm totally fine. I'm so sorry for crying." He's like, "No, you're fine. It's fine." He's like, "You're not hurt." And I'm like, "No, I'm just mad."
God, I was like a mixture of so many emotions then. It was bad. It was like, I remember the insurance adjuster calling me the first thing. He's like, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, and then my dad, like, because I called him to come get me from my friend's house. I crashed right by our house.
Yeah.
And he was like, it's his normal day. He comes get me. And then when he got to my car, he almost broke down. Because it was bad. Like, I just don't think was that bad, because I walked out fine. But he just, like, almost broke down. He's like, "You didn't tell me it was this bad." And I'm like, car accidents, man, they'd be terrifying.
Yeah, I know. When I had mine, the guy just came up to the window and goes, "Sorry, I made you late."
Oh my God.
Okay, thanks.
I just, like, that's funny, because I feel bad for the dude, because, like, I can only imagine, like, he shouldn't have ran a fucking red light at an intersection, but him just probably being like, "Oh my God, I killed somebody." I'm like, "Nah, man, you're good." But he never runs a red light again.
Mine was at a red light too. Well, he came up behind me and he didn't stop. And
ours was like, I was coming this way, and he pulled out of the gas station and ran the red light entirely and didn't see my car. So.
Woof. All right. Well,
that was the Mockingjay. That was the Yapping Jay. We'll see you in the next one.
Heavy on the yap, yo.
Heavy on the yap. Next time I see you guys, I will have come back from Mexico. Mexico.
Heavy on the yap from the J.
Well, the next time we
record. Heavy on the yap from the J. Also, Jessica's the new Karen, and I would like to don my crown. I have to go to Karen training, though, so bear with me as I take the reins.
My God. She's gonna use her powers for good. I promise everybody.
I hope not.
Bitch.
I gotta learn how to yell at these managers.
Which managers? Your managers?
No, I mean, I like my managers. They're nice.
Which managers are you yelling at, Queen?
I don't know. Karens do that. And I have to learn to be a Karen
Oh my
because Jessica
God.
is the new Karen.
Get your ass out of here. You're crazy.
Yeah,
You crazy girl.
Karens yell at managers because they're not honoring an expired coupon. You need to be the kind of Karen that is yelling because they gave you the wrong order and they won't fix it.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be the Karen that when I see other people
Yes.
be mean to the staff.
That one.
Yeah, I'm like, I'll be the like, that's not the opposite. It's still kind of Karen-ish because I'll be like, why are you treating that lady like that? She don't get paid enough for you to fucking talk to her like that. You apologize now and get the hell out of here.
That's what I mean. Use your powers for good.
I'm
Damn.
like, here's a $10 tip. I'm sorry, they're assholes.
Yeah, it do be like that.
That's the type of Karen I am.
Good job, baby.
And realistically, that is probably more who I am.
Correct.
So,
Correct. You're like a little chihuahua. You're
I'm a
ready
chihuahua,
to like, bite someone's ankle.
defender of my loved ones.
Absolutely.
That's where I can relate to Katniss.
Yes.
I'll volunteer as tribute for the people I love.
Aw.
I probably would because I can't. If I have people in my life that I can't imagine my life without, I want to die before them. That's morbid, but it's true.
Same.
Yeah, no, I would volunteer.
I gotta go
as
first.
Tribute.
I can't be alone.
Yep, I will volunteer as tribute.
Yeah. Ugh.
It's like I can't die before my family because they'll take it too hard. But I'll die after my family. But
Like immediately.
yeah, like immediately. Like, but my friends and my core homes. Yeah, I'll volunteer as tribute.
Let's go. Well, you're working on your bow and arrow skills, so like
You're right.
realistically,
Call
you
me
would
the-
probably have a better chance than me.
I'd say call me the girl on fire, but it would be because I'm not motivational, but because I accidentally did set myself on fire.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, we gotta leave.
Okay.
There's too
All
much
right.
to edit. You
This
guys
is too long, but that's okay.
All right.
All right, well, thanks for joining us.
Send this out, Nick.
Yep, me too, life.
Yap me up inside.
Yeah, me up inside. Yeah, me up inside.
Amy Yap. Yappinescence.
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 I love that so much. Millennial core. At its finest. All right. Bye.
Bye.